Hey, what's going on, guys? King of the Golden State here with a quick video having to do with Preacher. That's another big show that premiered yesterday, last Sunday night on AMC. Check it out. Really good stuff. It's watched it. It's a hour and a half episode, and if you missed it, they're re-premiering it next Sunday. I think about the same time. I think it was like 7 o'clock, Western, Standard Time. So, check that out. Or I'm sorry, Pacific Standard Time, Eastern Standard. But anyway, Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock. Definitely check it out. Even if you never read the trade paperbacks or the actual comic books, there was always these ones I picked up when I first started picking them up by Garth Ennis, who wrote it, and drawn by the amazing Steve Dillon. This is the same pair that actually worked on The Punisher, for Marvel Comics. Always some really good stuff. And for those who've seen it, tell me what you guys think. It's definitely got the whole series as far as it goes, definitely has a slow burn to it, as far as the story goes. And I'm fine with that. After watching that first episode, I thought, it's got a slow burn, but it's really good. And I think I'm fine with that, going on. I mean, it's right now, as far as graphic novels go, it's got nine trade paperbacks go out there for us graphic novels, and it's really a great series. If you haven't gone out to pick it up, so far in this first episode, I'm not going to spoil too much, but as far as the casting goes, as far as Dominic Cooper, who plays the lead character, Jesse Custer, the Preacher himself, he seems like he does a good job so far. Not bad for a guy from the UK, and I think I'm sure a lot of people were looking for him to look exactly like Jesse Custer, and honestly, these books came out in the '90s, so it's not like you want to give them the exact same look. Now, going for looks, everyone's probably irritated over the fact that Ruth Negga, who's playing the character Tulip O'Hare, is a black woman playing, a character in the comic who's actually, white and blonde with blonde hair. And you know what? I being a black, being an African American male who's kind of one of those, like, people who are kind of like, if the person looks like that in a comic, they have to look like that in a show or a movie. This case, her performance on the episode of the show, was really good. I mean, she pulled the Tulip O'Hare character like perfectly, and I think if you still have issues with her playing Tulip, then open your mind a little bit, because she actually is a good actress. She really did a good job playing the character, and if it helps those who really want her to be like light skinned blonde, Ruth Negga is half Ethiopian and half Irish. If it helps anybody, if they feel like, oh my God, she's not white. I was like, come on, man, really, grow up. That's another thing I gotta tell you. Grow up. She doesn't exactly have to look like her, or neither does, Dominic Cooper have to look like Jesse Custer. Everyone's bitching about the looks, and honestly, the looks are fine. I have no problem with it. I said that before when I was looking at the first episode of Powers, when it came out on PlayStation, the PlayStation channel, and that, it really just depends on the actress. Let's be honest. So you want the looks, you do, but also you want them to act like the character too and pull off that character. So Ruth Negga playing Tulip O'Hare, honestly, she does a great job, and that's just based off the first episode. And the episode was an hour and a half, so I would say it's slightly more than a small sample size. Now, as far as Cassidy, Vampire Cassidy, played by Joseph Gilgun, I hope I pronounced his name right, check my notes if I could pronounce it correctly, because I'm terrible at pronouncing some names. But it's Joseph Gilgun. He's had small parts in other films and shows, and him and Ruth Negga both played in this show called Misfits, and they're great in that. Yeah, Joseph Gilgun. If you're looking for a character to fit, to actually fit, if you're one of those people, like I said, he looks like he fits. Playing Cassidy the vampire, and he's going to be a show stealer for something like this, and it's going to be, for him, he's definitely going to stick out, and going to be, for somebody who's never, if there's somebody out there who's never read the comic or the graphic novels and just decided to watch a show, a lot of people are going to say that Cassidy, or quote unquote whoever that may be, the guy who played Cassidy, is their favorite character on the show, because he's a nut. The airplane scene was a pretty kick-ass scene. I'm not going to spoil too much, but it was a really kick-ass scene. And, I liked it. I like the idea that all these people are playing these characters and playing these characters perfectly to a T, in my opinion. So that's just based off the first episode, but there's going to be pretty much more. There's Arseface. That's the character's name, Arseface. There's a scene where Jesse meets up with Arseface, and he doesn't seem very comfortable playing, just sitting with him, And I thought, the show overall is a really good show, put together by Seth Rogen and I believe Evan Goldberg, sorry. Get my Bergs mixed up. But overall, they're replaying the first episode next Sunday on AMC. Check it out, because after that, I believe they're just going to go all the way through with it. So, this definitely gets a thumbs up. So, if I were you, I'd definitely, check it out. And speaking of thumbs ups, give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it, and give me a comment on, what did you think of the show if you've seen it. So, other than that, as far as people who've never read, these books, pick them up, please. You'll love them. It's definitely a story you won't put down, and I'm sure the show is going to give you that same result. All right, that's about it, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.